She did it once live, and then we put the system in place that allowed her to promote it and bring in those additional leads. So I think in total, probably just under about 4,000 leads off of one webinar. Hey team, welcome back to Digital Gains. I am Kev Lawrence. Today we're talking about how to get more out of something that you've already made. And then the example I'm going to use is a webinar. So if you've ever done a live training or a live webinar, then you might have that recording actually just sitting around gathering dust. It might be on your hard drive somewhere, and you could be missing out on a big opportunity. One of my clients did 6 webinars last year. 4 of them absolutely crushed it. 2 of them not so much. Mainly, I think it came down to like time of the year and things. But here's what we did. We still turned all 6 of those into evergreen lead magnets. And one of her best performing lead magnets or webinars brought in, I think for the live version, it brought in about 1,200 signups. And since then, after that webinar, she's added another, let me check, 2,791 leads, and she didn't do anything else. Like, I think she obviously posted about it a few times and promoted it, but she didn't have to re-record it. She didn't have to put any crazy marketing into it. She did it once live, and then we put the system in place that allowed her to promote it and bring in those additional leads. So I think in total, probably just under about 4,000 leads off of one webinar. Now, yes, she does have a larger audience, but that shouldn't deter you. Let me talk you through how we did it. So most coaches will run a webinar, they'll maybe pick up some leads and then they forget about it. That same Zoom recording can still pull in leads week after week after week, right? This isn't about being techy or having a huge audience. This is about using what you already have better. If you've got a solid training saved somewhere, maybe you did it for your clients, right? I know a lot of online coaches will do live kind of weekly trainings or monthly trainings to their existing clients. Those trainings, you could look at your library of trainings that you've done and you could pick out 3, 4, 5 trainings that you've done that you know are going to hit home with your existing audience, and you can use them as lead magnets. I've done it time and time again with different clients that I work with. So here's the system. And I'm going to try and keep this really simple. I'm going to try and stay away from the tech jargon. And if you don't have any systems already set up, then you can probably still set something basic up, right, to allow you to bring in a high number of leads in the background on autopilot. So step number 1, if you were doing a live webinar, make sure to choose a topic that your audience is really going to care about, that's going to hit home, that's going to help and provide value. That is one of the most important things, because if the webinar doesn't actually connect with your existing audience, then it's going to flop, just like any other lead magnet that you put out that doesn't hit home. So make sure that it's going to be valuable and it's going to connect with your existing audience, that's going to solve a problem and help them right now in this moment. Easiest thing to use is Zoom, because you can just hit record and the file will get saved to your computer. And then if you're doing it live, like I said, you want to be promoting the webinar, and we need to get opt-ins. We need to get people signing up. So we need a form. All we want is name and email address. If you want to get phone number, ask for phone number, but let's keep it simple. If you've already got an email marketing software, if you've already got a landing page software that you use, then great. Get it up on a landing page, get the form on there, and you're good, right? If you don't have that, then use something like Typeform or use Google Forms, which is completely free. Google Forms can also connect to a spreadsheet, a Google Sheet. It does that automatically for you, I think. So you can use a Google Form and you're good. You can start collecting those names and emails straight away. After the live webinar, upload the recording to somewhere like YouTube or Vimeo. If you're uploading it to YouTube, set the video to unlisted so it can't be found or searched on YouTube. And if you don't have either of those at the moment, just upload it to Google Drive. Just make sure that you've got the file somewhere. And then you can share that file link to everyone who's signed up, because if you get 500 people that sign up to the live webinar, maybe 200 of those are going to actually show up live. Like, life gets in the way, people forget. So we do want to make sure that of those 500 people that actually opted in, that we send them a replay. Because if you don't, they're missed leads. And if you can, what to do is follow up as well. So send them the replay that evening or the next day, and then follow up with them. Maybe a day later, a couple of days later, and I want you to do that maybe 2 or 3 times. And provide more value, ask questions, try to get engagement, maybe even offer them to book on a call. Make sure you've got some sort of follow-up in place. Step number 3 is making it evergreen. So before we were promoting the live webinar, so maybe on that landing page or on our social medias and things like that, we were talking about a specific date, a specific time for the live webinar. If we want to make it evergreen, we just use the same landing page and we remove the date. And then we make any other little tweaks that we might need to the text. You keep the same form, and it's all connected to the same emails, and we just need to jump into the emails and adjust those, like remove any dates, remove any, like if you'd said something like thanks for joining me on the webinar last night, here's a link to the replay. You just remove that bit of text and just reword it a little bit so it suits for somebody that's accessing it instantly, that's accessing it at any time. So all we're doing is we've got a Google form, we're uploading the file to the video file to Google Drive, and then we're pulling any opt-in into an email list. That's it. And if you're only using like a free Google form and a Google Sheet for your email list and Google Drive, then great. Like it's better than nothing. And you can always upgrade your tech stack later on. You can upgrade to a full CRM. You can upgrade to an email marketing software. You can use Vimeo or YouTube to store the video. Like, do that later. Just do something that's going to work for you right now. And even if you do a live webinar and you don't get hundreds and hundreds of sign-ups, or maybe it doesn't quite hit home, that's fine. You can still use it. If you still think it's going to provide value, then still use it. You've already filmed it. Or if it really didn't hit home, then you just try again. You do another one later on down the line. But the important thing is that you're filming it once, and then you run it on autopilot, on evergreen, and you're able to reach new leads every single week. And if you do this multiple times, you can rotate through previous webinars, and you can make that part of your content plan, part of your strategy, and you can talk about it on social media. And then maybe a few months later, you talk about another webinar that you've done, and you're going to continue to bring leads in. Because if people don't actually hear about it, they don't know about it, then you're not going to get any leads. So there is still a little bit of work to do to promote that. But you don't have to go in, you don't have to launch a new webinar, you don't have to try and get loads and loads of signups. It's just going to run in the background. So that's why it's so good. And you definitely don't need a big audience. And you don't need it to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect on camera. You just need an idea that your audience can relate to, that can get value from, that will help them. So like I said earlier, that client got around about 1,200 signups for live, and then pulled in a further kind of 2,700, 2,800 leads from the replay. And all she was doing was sharing it on her reels, on her stories. We also emailed her existing list. So we emailed people that hadn't originally signed up to it or heard about it, and they then opted into it and was able to view it. And it just, even though the ultimate goal is to grow our email list, we're emailing the people on our existing list because what we're doing is we're stacking the value. We're giving them more content that they can relate to, that they can get value and education from, and it just builds more authority with her audience, right? Like, just keep doing that, and amongst obviously your other content and other offers and promotions and so on. So right now, if you have 1, 2, maybe more webinars or trainings that you've done sitting on your computer, I want you to jump in. I want you to go find them, because it could bring you in potentially months of lead flow. Why let all that effort just like sit there when it could be actually pulling in more leads and ultimately turning those leads into clients? So here's a recap of like the game plan. Run a live webinar, or grab a training that you've already recorded, or pre-record it. If you don't want to do a live webinar, you don't feel comfortable doing it live, then just pre-record it. Upload it somewhere simple, just like Google Drive or YouTube unlisted. Create a sign-up form and then promote it. Get people onto that page or opted into that sign-up. And then email anybody the replay if you're doing it live, or email them instantly the link. Automate the follow-up as well. Make sure you're doing that. That's super important. And then keep sharing it. Keep talking about it. Not every day. Like, don't annoy people, but plan it into your strategy. Plan it into your content. And that's it. It's not super complicated. If you've got something sitting around, grab it, try it. Let me know how you get on. If you've got any questions at all, I'm happy to talk through in more detail. There is some more kind of advanced techniques, or if you've got specific technical questions, then drop me a message. I'm more than happy to help. That's it for this one. I'll leave you to it. I hope you've got something that you're thinking of that you can use right now. And all the best. I'll catch you in the next episode.